Hi, YouTube. Um, my name is Joel. I'm a huge figure skating fan from Canada, and I just finished watching the 2022 Canadian National Championships, and I have some feelings. So I'm jumping on here, and I'm gonna tell you about them. Um, First of all, it's been a long day. I've been watching the live streams all day long since this morning. Great day of competition. I first want to talk about how amazing it was that there was even a live stream available. Thank thank you, Canadian figure skating people, for providing that to us, with great supporting characters from Canadian championships past, which I'll talk about in a sec. But a really, really great day. It kind of felt like I was there, even though I was in the comfort of my own home. So I'm very, very happy. I want to give a shout out to Megan Duhamel first off, because her passion just has me reeling at all times. I was crying with you, girl. For years, I would say like I was a ladies singles skating fan primarily. And I really didn't watch like pairs or dance really at all. But right now, I think pairs is like my favorite. 100% is my favorite. It really had me fully engaged with the feels. So I first want to start off with the ladies, though. I'm going to go in order. So the ladies was this morning. It was really messy. It was a really messy event. I don't know if anyone skated clean. I don't think so. The scores were pretty low, if you're going to compare it to international, but there were still some really good skates. Mainly just the top two, actually. And Michelle Long. Michelle. Maybe I'll start with her. The joy that she brought to the ice. Everybody that was watching, like, I felt it at home. Lady Gaga, like, 100%, 10 out of 10. Thank you, Michelle Long, for starting my emotional journey today with Canadian nationals. Madeline Skeesis, like, man, she's our girl. She's the only one really who has competitive programs right now for Canada, who's landing things consistently. Her technique is incredible. Her jumps are huge. I love that she rotates the opposite direction to everybody else, just makes her more unique. Her outfits, beautiful. Her programs are beautiful. Like, yes, 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 yes. Thank you to her for coming through, and her performance level, her everything about her. I just really, really enjoyed. And even when she made little errors, she really didn't let the program and their performance suffer for me. She really just powered through and stayed focused and kept the same energy like all the way through her whole program. Veronique Mallet, like, I've been watching her for years. I know she has like a tough history with like trying to make it to the Olympics before and having injuries, and but she really threw down today. Like, I'm really proud of her. She skated really, really well. When she fell on her combo right at the end of her program, I was devastated for her because I was really invested in her program at that point. And I think her red dress was probably one of my favorite outfits of the whole day. Yeah, I don't know what else there is really to say about the ladies event, but yeah, low scores. But thank praise be for Maddie Skeeses. Pairs. Let's move on to pairs. So again, like, I'm gonna say I'm obsessed with pairs right now. It was a really small event. Unfortunately, Eric Radford and Vanessa James dropped out. I'm not even sure why. I've been looking it up all day, but I haven't been able to see. They haven't put out a statement or anything yet, so not sure why. And they were in the audience, so it couldn't have been COVID related. And I think they just had COVID, so not really sure what happened there. It's been a really dramatic season for Canadian pairs because of them. Mainly because they really put the pressure on the two teams that actually got gold and silver here. They made a run. They haven't named the team yet. I don't really know what's going to happen, but I don't foresee them being on it, which is a bummer for them, because I do love watching them skate. I love I love both of them. But you know, ice is slippery, like they always say, and this is how the cookie crumbled. Um, yeah, again, I'm going to talk about Megan Duhamel because her crying after Trent and Evelyn skated, like, had me crying. I was like, she's everything for me. Trent and Evelyn, like, needed to skate well here. They had a horrible Grand Prix, and beginning of their season. I was really worried about Evelyn at the beginning of the season because she looked not in the right space. Here, she was like fighting for those landings, like got those throw landings done. She did turn out of her first side by side jump, but like whatever, she held it together, got the second part of the combo. Like, good for her. Trent, so hot, just barreling through those lifts. Like, he's a machine. I really, really enjoy watching him. And I think he does a very good job at like being the frame to her as the picture, like, you know, dancing's supposed to be, pairs is supposed to be. So yeah, very, very proud of them. I'm really, really glad that they had kind of a comeback here at Nationals when I think some people maybe had counted them out. But yeah, great to see. Happy for them. When they ended their program, I was like, ugh. And then I was emotional. And then, you know, here comes Michael Marinaro and Krista Moore Towers, and they're kind of similar. Like, they almost felt like they'd kind of given up this season. And I don't know why, because they're stellar. And they came out and they had a few shaky landings on jumps and throws, but like, man, they had the skate of the night for pairs. And Krista Moore Towers' dress, 10 out of 10. They look great. He looked so strong. I know he had struggled with some of the lifts earlier in the season, and he like got it done for them tonight as well. So very, very proud of them. I wrote some notes, so I'm going to reference, but yeah, that's the pairs event. Like, gave me all the feels. I shed a few tears, and I mean, I kind of hope that the top two teams here are the ones that they send to the Olympics, because I think they both deserve it, and they've both worked really hard, and they've both been representing Canadian pairs for the last couple of years, and I'm into it. Dance. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the hugest connoisseur of ice dance, but Piper and Paul, like, come on, like, they were gonna win. Actually, to be honest, the ice dance event was quite predictable. I think it was theirs to lose. They would have had to have a catastrophic performance to not have won here. So they skated great. I love their short program. It's so fun. The free program is like, it's gorgeous. All of their elements were just executed so nicely, and Paul is so cute. They're both so cute, and they seem to just like love each other and love skating. And I'm into it. So obviously they won, and good for them. They deserve. Florence Fournier-Beaudry and Nikolai Sorensen, like, they're so hot. Like, their program's really cool. Like the Gladiator, their lifts are really cool, and you can just tell that they live ice dance. She's so beautiful and just like melts into him, and they just like, they're like liquid around the ice. It's incredible to watch. So I hope we see both of them at the Olympics. I think, does ice dance have 3 Canadian teams? I can't remember. But anyways, I assume we'll see both of those teams at the Olympics. And I'm very happy about that. Yeah, Nikolai Sorensen, good looking. Men's. I just finished watching it, so I'm like reeling. So lately, like in the last few years, because of the level of technical content required in men's skating, most of these men's events are just hot messes. And this one was, to be honest, like, there weren't very many, or I don't know if there were any clean skates here either, but we had some great performances. It was like Nam's final skate, I guess, past Canadian champion. He landed his quad, and then the rest of his program was kind of but he really committed to it and got it done. So oh, if he does decide to keep skating, like great. I like seeing him out there, but and if not, like congrats on a great career. Like goodbye. um, Roman like bombed the short. Like didn't do great. I was really worried because he's the most beautiful. He's the most beautiful skater we have in Canada right now. So I just was like needing him to come through in this free program, and he totally did. Like I think he only really messed up like one thing. Oh yeah, he fell out of his second Lutz in the second half, but he landed both of his quad sows, and the second one was in the second half, and it was beautiful. He's just so tall and like I don't know. There's something about his skating that I just like. He seems like both cautious and confident and attacking at the same time. Like he has a kind of an interesting dynamic with his elements, with his jumps, anyways. But if he like does his program, does his job, like he's gonna place in the top. So I'm glad that he got the silver medal here. Um, he had a huge score for his long and needed it because he was so far behind. Um, but his presence on the ice was amazing, and I love that Chasing Cars program. I don't really get the pink shirt, but it is what it is. Um, Wesley Chu, who are you? Like, where did you come from? I know he's been killing it in juniors, but I don't watch a ton of juniors, um, other than like the Russian girls. But he was great. He had really great elements, landed his quad toes. He was really great in the short as well. He like gives me hope for Canadian men's skating for the future, which after Pyeongchang, I didn't have a ton. So I'm excited that after this Olympics, there things are looking up for men's single skating. Um, excuse me. He really, I mean, he's obviously really young, so um, I don't really want to like critique his skating that much, but he just really doesn't sell it for me in the face. But obviously he's focusing and getting the job done, and he landed on the podium here for just having come out of juniors, so that's amazing. Um, yeah, Keegan like didn't have skates, found some white boots and some blades to try to get him through this competition. Still won. Like that's incredible. Like he's. I know that a lot of people don't love his style of skating, and I totally understand that. Um, I do. Like I love his skating just because it's ballsy, it's huge, it's like tricky, and nobody else is really doing that, or not doing it well, and like he can. So I'm just like I'm always impressed with him. I'm always like on the edge of my seat when he's skating. His quads are huge and his knee bend is crazy and needs to be because he can often land jumps that I don't think he should be and still pull out a combo. Um, and he's been to like a million national championships in Canada and in the US, and he's never won. So even when maybe in past years he totally should have, because he's been one of our highest technical skaters in men's single skating for many many years, but he just hasn't put it together on the day at Canadian Nationals, and I'm glad this was his day. Uh, so I'm happy for him. Um, yeah, I just find him to be like impressive, and I like watching his skating, even though it may not be like the most elegant, beautiful, lyrical skating in the world. But that's not his vibe, and that's okay. I think his skating is totally valid, and yeah, just really nice to see him do his job here, and I'm always excited to see him at the Olympics. He's one of those guys that can like, if he has a good short program, he could be in the top three, or he could be like in the middle of the pack and then come through in the long and be back in the top 10. So he keeps me on my toes, that Keegan Messing, and I appreciate it. I don't know if this is his last year skating. He's been at it for a long time. He just had a kid, so we'll see. But I'm glad we have people like Wesley Chu and Steven Gogolev, who had to withdraw from this competition as well. I'm really looking forward to seeing him in the future as well. Bummer that he had to withdraw from this. Obviously, COVID's a bitch, but it is what it is, and it was a really good competition overall. I really enjoyed that they brought back some past Canadian treasures to assist with the commentary. Like, obviously, I talked about Megan already, but they had Caitlin Osmond as well, who I absolutely love. I just find her to be really authentic and kind of like no BS. And she is just lovely. So we'll keep her. Caitlin Weaver is like just such an ethereal queer goddess, and you can't say anything bad about her. She's fabulous. I just get lost in her words while she's speaking. I will say that I prefer Patrick Chan over Kevin Reynolds. Kevin Reynolds is a little bit robotic in his commentary. I don't know if he'd received maybe some notes previously and he was really focusing on enunciating and being clear, but he kind of sounded like a robot. Patrick Chan didn't seem to be paying attention that much. But I enjoyed his commentary. And, Ted's Ted. Ted's dead. We'll just leave it at that. I do enjoy, I know some people also like when the commentators talk during the performances but I don't need someone to tell me that's a triple flip. A, I know, and B, it says it in the corner in the technical panel, in the technical score. So I don't need someone sitting there telling me, ooh, that was a lovely triple flip. Like, I know. Maybe for people who don't know the sport, it helps them, but with that technical mark thing in the corner, I don't need that. I just want to enjoy the performance and have my own judgment. So I was watching a little bit of U.S. Nationals as well, kind of between the different disciplines today, and the commentator there was speaking during the programs, and I really was like, okay, I enjoy the lack of commentary during the program a little bit more, personally. Anyways, those are my feelings. I think it was a great competition, a great day, and I love skating, and I hope that everyone does really well at the Olympics. I hope the Olympics happen. And I hope everyone makes it there. Like, I don't know, people are dropping like flies from these competitions because of COVID. So I really hope that everyone stays safe and skates their best and gets to the Olympics. Beijing 2022. Still a mystery at this point to me, but I hope it happens. Anyways, follow me on Instagram at NorthJoel. And thanks so much for watching. Bye.